When I arrived here at Bennington 2012, I immediately connected with the dance division. So what came out of that was the realization that I didn't see any images of Martha Graham.
One of my students, when I returned to be on the faculty at Bennington, actually discovered the archive because we wanted to know there must be materials about the early years when Martha Graham was here and created, all these amazing works back when she wasn't famous, right? When it was just starting out. And Bennington gave her a home. And it was the only college in the country that allowed students to concentrate on dance.
I asked each president that came, hey, what do you think of having the Martha Graham Dance Company here? And I wasn't aware that the company was already in a centennial celebration, a 3-year term. So how serendipitous that alignment has brought us to this moment.
I was contacted about 20 years ago by a photography dealer who said that he had a lot of negatives that were images that were taken at Jacob's Pillow. And they were these photos, but many, many more, dozens more. It was only when Michael contacted me, is there anything that you would like to do in connection with that? Bing, I thought all those negatives that we're just sitting on, let's digitize them. I just imagined, and as we were walking around the grounds before today, it still looks like this, and to have that palpable sense of place and realize these images that were made 85 or 86 years ago, you can still go, yep, there's that tree or there's that building, here it all is. I love the way that we're seeing the compositions being made.
Absolutely.
That are very much to do with the landscape and what the buildings are. So again, it really cements it into the place.
And I think Martha would have loved this composition leading to her up on high.
Of course.
When you really think about what happened in Bennington in those years, a remarkable number of masterpieces were created, not only by Martha, but the big four who were here. When you go beyond what makes the art happen, they had housing, they had food, they had their dancers all in one place, they had students who could be apprentices and fill out casts like the cast of Panorama that you'll see tonight. Those years at Bennington were really the first validation of this young art form of American dance.
I mean, it just it sends chills down my spine to imagine what that must have been like in 1934.
The discovery for the artists as well as the audiences.
Panorama is a dance that Martha Graham created in 1935 here at Bennington College on this very campus with the students of Bennington College. It's a dance for around 30 people. It could be 27 to 33. It is a piece about people moving together and creating transformation through energy. The students here at Bennington have really taken this responsibility to heart, that the piece is returning to this campus after so long. What we're going to see on stage here at Bennington, I think, is really closer to the original because it's dancers who are bringing the spirit of movement, the spirit of change and transformation really from their point of view and not from a codified technique.
This work, Panorama Project, you can be anyone. You don't have to be a trained dancer, or you can be you can be literally anyone. They've even had children come and do this work. So I think what's also actually continues for it to be relevant is how it celebrates difference, and difference can only push us forward.
It's all these years since the premiere, and I think right now in a politically difficult time, the piece is perfect for it. Strong energy, collected energy, it's timely.
I think Martha Graham would be very proud of the tradition of making new work that is still so vital and alive here, and something that we were always told she cared deeply about. And so we continue to be inspired by the idea that dance is such a powerful mode of expression, and it's still very much that presence that Martha started is still here at Bennington College.
I always think of things as an arrival and departure point. It's arrived again, and it'll do some work. It'll change the soil. It'll change the air.
Martha Graham had a tremendous commitment, and she just kept going. She kept making new things. She kept investigating. She kept demanding of herself and other people that they go forward.
Oftentimes when people think about Martha Graham, they think about the codified technique, they think about the repertoire. But what we are focusing on in the Graham Company now, in addition to that, is really her innovation and her spirit of creativity. And Bennington is a place that honored that and gave her the platform to create.
This is the next generation of choreographers who are challenging audiences with brilliant ideas. They're not afraid to explore truth to power through movement. So if we keep doing that, this place, this incubator, will continue to allow our students and our community to align or embrace or be touched emotionally by these new ideas.